children now, I have twins, the boy and girl twins. They're 12 years old. And I probably should add that I'm not Greek. I'm Hungarian and my husband is Greek. So they're learning Greek as well as my language, Hungarian. And so it was very important for us to make sure that they learn our languages, since our common language at home is English. So they first started probably when they were about 6 years old. We sent them to a Greek after school. It was, I think, in the beginning, 2 days a week for 2 hours at a time, so 4 hours a week. And then the following year, when they were a little bit older, it turned into another day. And it was just very overwhelming for the kids. After, once they sat in school for 6 hours, they came home just for a little bit of time, and then I had to take them somewhere else till almost dinner time. So it was very tiring for them. Then we eventually switched over to a private teacher here where we live in New York City. Actually, we had two separate private teachers, which it was okay. We were pleased with it. But then a year and a half ago, it will be 2 years this summer, my husband found the summer camp, the Greek LOL summer camp that's in Greece. And I think it was their first summer that they had it. And my children attended for a week. We were able to schedule it in within our Greek trip. And they had the absolute time of their lives. And then we got to know the teachers very well, of course, Stella and Pablo. We actually met Pablo here in New York when he came a few months beforehand. So we met him first before we enrolled the children. And that's how we decided to switch over to online classes with the Greek LOL teachers. Well, my only concern was I don't really love this trend of children spending so much time on electronics. My husband and I don't really love where the world is leading us, or the children, and how they're addicted to electronics. So at first, I definitely was hesitant with the online experience as opposed to an in-person experience. I was a little hesitant, but we realized that it's an extraordinary resource. And the school actually used so many different ways of teaching the kids that we never even realized before. And the kids love it. It's fun for them, right? Because they're all so tech savvy now. And they really enjoy it. It engages them. And so I was hesitant at first, but all of that has completely disappeared once the children started it and have been learning online. Right. I can understand the parents' fears that they feel that the online learning is maybe not as personal as the in-person learning. But our experience has been extremely positive the whole time. My children's birthday was last week, and they even received a handwritten card and drawn card that the teacher, I believe, she scanned it in and sent it to my children for their birthday, which I thought was such a sweet touch. I didn't even know she knew that it was their birthday, that the kids loved it. They just have such a nice relationship. I mean, through video, you can see each other just as well, and they can joke around and understand each other. And the teachers have been so good about keeping them engaged. If they see that they're, a little tired that day, then they come up with a way to spruce them up and joke around. Well, my kids have each other, right? They're siblings. Have one go in and wake the other one up, so to speak. And it's really been wonderful. I can't say that we feel as parents, or that the children feel that they're missing out on any other sort of interpersonal experience at all. Summer camp, it was, first of all, the first camp that they've ever attended in their lives. So what a jump to go straight into a summer camp abroad. Although they're very familiar with Greece, because we do spend a good part of every summer there. They were, of course, afraid at first. They were hesitant, but that lasted maybe half an hour. The camp is very spacious, so I think that was one of their hesitancies, is that they didn't know where they would have to go, because they would have certain classes with the Greek LOL teachers in the morning and the afternoon, but in between they were immersed with the Greek children, which is a wonderful way to immerse them, I think, right? And but they quickly dissipated. The worries went away after the first few minutes or hour. They absolutely loved it. I have to tell you, my son is more of I don't want to say anxious, but he definitely is a more cautious child. And he, after the last day, he left crying. So that, I think that says enough about what a wonderful, absolutely wonderful time they had with the Greek LOL teachers during their separate little lessons. They always felt like they had a safety base because Greek LOL had their own office in their own building. So the kids felt very comfortable if at any time they had questions or they needed to touch base with somebody, if they had to speak their own mother tongue, like English in our case, then there was somebody that they could turn to. They knew exactly where that little building was. So they absolutely loved the activities. They were greeted so warmly by the Greek children, which you never know how the Greek children in this case are going to handle foreign children coming in. It was absolutely wonderful. They were so kind with them. They took them in just like one of their own, so there was zero issues, and there are incredible activities during the day. And really, I can't say enough. We can't wait for them to go back again. My husband's the one that would notice the difference since I don't speak Greek, but yeah, I'm here, of course, and I hear their conversations and I know what goes on. And of course, we've definitely seen an improvement in their reading, their writing, their verbal skills, and just overall confidence. So once we do go to Greece in the summertime, they feel more comfortable opening up and speaking Greek. So it's really been wonderful. Well, there's many reasons I would recommend your school to other parents. Well, first of all, like I mentioned in my previous responses, is that it's just a wonderful mode of teaching. I feel like the way they send the homework and the way that they meet the teacher and the engagement level is really great. We've had a couple teachers so far, and they've all been really excellent and very kind, and the kids really love them and enjoyed their time together. I have to say, they look forward to the classes. They don't find it like it's, find it being like another chore, so to speak. But also, I feel like that it's nowadays where we are, besides the whole COVID thing, the world is turning more and more to technology. And this is just another way to embrace it. And also it gives you flexibility. Our teacher is extremely flexible. I set up the lesson a week ahead of time. And if it doesn't work for her, for me, we find another time. And it's easy, right? Nobody has to leave their house. It saves a lot of time for me, a lot of time for the children. And they're in the comfort of their home. So I can't say enough good things about it, really. It's just been a wonderful experience.